Okay, right out the gate, I saw something that I liked a lot. Okay, Leo. It was the King of Wands. This is your overall energy. All right. So we're focusing on 2 houses right now. The second house, which talks about material things, talks about security. It talks about your assets, right? The 10th house is going to focus more on things like your career, your legacy, your life purpose. So we're going to get an overall energy about all of these things, and then we're going to break them down one by one. So your overall energy is the King of Wands. The King of Wands is someone that is so honorable. He does what is right for the masses and certainly for himself. He does the honorable thing. What I love about the King of Wands is that he is a free spirit. So he's going to express himself. He's going to express the ideas, and he's comfortable in his own skin. And Leo, that is why I feel like this is really who you are, right? I feel like you guys come out, you're very confident, all right? And you guys are easily expressive, but there's something different about it this time. I feel like not only are you expressing what's right for you, I feel like this time you're expressing what's right for the masses. And this is why it brings a little different tone to it, all right? So I do see this. And I ask myself, what has changed with Leo? Because although you've always been expressive, you've always been confident, there's like this tone where it's almost like you're speaking for the masses. You're doing what's right for the greater good of all, which I got to be honest, a lot of times you're doing what you got to do for you, and it's like it or leave it. And maybe not so much in a negative way, but I feel like this time you've opened up just a little bit more of your heart, a little bit more of your giving in this season. So when I went to clarify, we did get the Queen of Wands, or the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords, as you know, is someone that cuts shit out that no longer serves him or her. And so when I looked back at your reading in my mind, I was thinking there was a lot of chaos that was around you in the month of May going into June. And you cut off a lot of dead weight. And I think once you cut off that fat, it gave you a lighter disposition. It made you feel like you could breathe again. It made you feel like you could walk out freely with your confidence. Because I think that there was a little bit of anger because you felt like you were smothered, okay? You felt like you couldn't spread your wings. You felt like everything that you said and did was criticized, where it never really bothered you before. It bothered you this time because it was always being thrown in a negative, and you were in tight quarters. There was a lot of people around you that were in the negative, and honestly, Leo, were against you. So I feel like at this point in time, you cut off a lot of that, and now you feel like you can do the honorable thing, not only for yourself and for others. And I think there's a sense of gratitude for the people that did understand during the darkest hours that you have encountered as of late. So I see you as being very free, very light, doing the honorable thing, having some loyalty towards some people that you felt were loyal to you. So with that being said, I commend you, Leo. I really do. Now, when it comes to work, we have the Ten of Pentacles, which is another great vibe that I'm getting from you guys. I feel like for some of you, there have been some higher ups in your work that have come to you to commend you for a job well done. If they haven't come to you, Leo, I feel like they're speaking to others to say, hey, do you know what Leo did? Can you believe how fast Leo is getting this done? Look at the quality of what Leo has produced here. So I almost feel like you're like the talk of the town. It could be right into your face. It could be right behind your back. When it comes to your work environment, I feel like people see the quality of your work. They don't underestimate it at all. And I feel like they are appreciating you from afar, or possibly letting you know to your face. which is amazing. So I'm also seeing that there could be other offers from other companies. I see emails, I see calls for interviews. You're looking really impressive right now to a lot of people, and that is a positive, okay? But yeah, I feel like this is a job well done. Some of you are up for raises, bonuses, because of the work that you have put in. Now, I did do a little bit of clarifying, and I loved it. I loved what I saw. We have the Five of Pentacles, and I'm going to keep it in reverse. Sometimes I usually turn it right side up just so I can, read it and you guys can see it. But I want you to see how you went from the Five of Pentacles, which is feeling left out in the cold, not having any resources, right, to the Ten of Pentacles. So I feel like in seasons past, you did feel like you were isolated, or that you need to isolate yourself. You did feel like there was a level of rejection or gossip or something, people up against you, okay? But then it was like you waited for your ships to come in. I feel like for some of you, again, I feel like you were like, you know what? I'm going to isolate myself and I'm going to do what I need to do for me. And I think that a lot of you did that, all right? And you waited for your ships to come in. And for some of you, you're still waiting for your ships to come in. And you are going to hit that Ten of Pentacles status. So if you are still, feeling like you're on the outside and, you don't have a lot of money or a lot of, options when it comes to work, that sort of thing, just know if you're not there already, the Ten of Pentacles is coming. And you are going to get out of this isolation. You are going to get out of this not having resources, not having money, and just wait until your ships come in, because it's definitely going to equate to the Ten of Pentacles eventually. So I hope that's a little encouraging to someone out there, okay? So let's take a deeper look here. Deeper look, please. Yes, you guys are doing it. So the end result here is the Star, all right? The Star card. This is very amazing because, again, this is telling you do not lose hope. This is telling you that, whatever's coming is destined to come. So you guys just need to hold on. For some of you, you are the star. Again, you guys are the star of what's going on. Okay, you guys are looked at as the literal star. Okay, in your company, within the work that you're doing. So just know that all you need to do is keep the faith, okay? Some of you have to take a leap of faith. And yeah, you're waiting for your ships to come in. There's a perfect opportunity coming in for you, Leo. Just know that, okay? So beautiful, beautiful energy, guys. So let's go ahead and move forward. Let's see, what do I want to use here? What do I want to use? I'm letting the cards speak to me and tell me what they want to do. All right, let's go ahead and use the Power deck. I'm going to look at the Power deck when it comes specific to work. And sometimes it flows into a little bit of career. But let's see what they have for you. Wow. Wow, wow, and wow. All right. We're going to take this one. This one surfaced first. Okay, it's called Illumination. It says, as darkness comes, the mirrors of your spirit reflect different images. It is the time when the world changes and your being begins to glow. Reflect on the new vision that has been living on the perimeter of your consciousness. An idea is stalking you and awaits your invitation. A place within you to begin life. The totality of your creativity comes after you have begun your work on the sacred painting of your life. It is then that the muses of inspiration surround you like eagles and cheer you on to illumination. Take responsibility for your work and your life, and then illumination will follow. Wow. I mean, it's just like the star, you guys are being illuminated, okay? You're being illuminated. And I feel like this is what needed to happen. You know, a lot of you were in a situation in the month of May and June in the beginning, and some of you are still there, where you're feeling like you can't really move. You're feeling like you can't really breathe. But you're going through a process here of activation, which will lead to illumination. All right. And so it begins here. It begins here for you, Leo. But there's definitely some great things to come for you. Okay. Definitely. I can feel it and I can see it. All right. So let's move into career. Now, with this deck here, this is the life purpose, and I tell people all the time the life purpose deck is a very unique deck, because there are some specific, life purpose suggestions, that sort of thing. The difference between a job is typically something that we do just to make money. Maybe it's not, the most favorite thing we would want to do, something that we might not want to do forever, but a career is something that you really usually have like a passion for, you're really good at, and it really is something that you should be thinking that you could do for a long period of time, if not forever. Life purpose is something that's always there within inside of us, and so your life purpose should really be the thing that drives you into your particular career. Okay, because you want to wake up and feel inspired and motivated by what it is that you do every day. Your paycheck should literally feel like a bonus to what you're doing. So if you're still trying to find out what it is for your career, maybe there'll be some confirmations here, some suggestions. A lot of times people think, oh, I just do that for a hobby. Well, guess what? Some of you don't realize that that is your life purpose that you can turn into a career. Some of you want to know, am I in the right career? Is this what my life purpose entails? There might be some confirmation to that for you today. Some of you are still searching, really searching. You're still in jobs, or you're going to school. There could be some guidance in here for all of you here. Okay, so again, pick up what I'm putting down that does resonate and simply leave the rest. But let's see what we got here. This will speak specifically to some people, and not so much to others. But there are some cards in here that could certainly speak to the collective as a general. Okay, so don't go clicking off and saying, oh, this isn't for me, I don't like animals, Don't do that. Just hang in there, Leo, because there's something for everyone. Okay, first card out, love and light. Your purpose is to bring divine healing, light, and love to this world. Yeah, so for a lot of you, no matter what it is that you're getting into or are into, studying, trying to start, whatever, for you, it has to shed some light and love, okay? That is the life purpose for a lot of you. No matter what it is that you want to go into, if it don't shed light and love, it's not going to work for you. And that you'll know if you're a person that no matter where you go, you're always shedding the light. You're always bringing the love. Okay, you guys know that you guys do that a lot, You guys do shed a lot of light because you are really expressive. You do tell the truth. And you guys are known to be very loving, Leo the lion, all those sort of things. So you guys have to be doing things that you love to do. You have to be doing some things where you can express yourself, educating people, bringing things to light, that sort of thing. Next thing, you're on the right path. All right. So for some of you that literally are going to school or just got into your career or have been into your career for a long period of time and you're questioning, you'll know if this is resonating with you. If you've been questioning if you're on the right path, it says keep doing what you're doing because it's working. So if you are going to work and it's your career, or you've started a business and it's going well, don't second guess yourself. A lot of times you're second guessing yourself because Your mind is not adjusting to the positive change. All right. Keep going. So I want to just encourage you guys to understand how you know if you're on the right path or not. A lot of times we don't know, but all we simply need to do is talk to our angels, okay? Ask them. Instead of worrying, ask for divine guidance. All right, so if you don't know and you're so confused, talk to your angels, all right? The other guidance that we have here is oracle cards. This has been coming up for a lot of different zodiac signs. Some of you are light workers in your own right. Some of you have been thinking about starting your own business that comes to do with spirituality. Some of you have been thinking about doing your own YouTube channels. Some of you are just using oracle cards and spiritual works to get your guidance, okay? Whatever it is, however it fits to you, you're on the right path, okay? If you need that guidance, remember I said at the end of the day, it is your own discernment. It's your own decision to make. But if you're looking at this from a standpoint of starting a business or a career that has to do with oracle cards, this might be your confirmation. Some of you are thinking about just selling them. Some of you are thinking about opening a metaphysical shop. These cards don't come out much, like the oracle cards and the crystal and the spiritual teacher, but they've been coming out quite a bit. But I think that a lot of people are getting woke in this type of spirituality. So, I'm not that surprised. But for some of you, let go. All right. Some of you, it's time to let go. It says walk away from the situation in order to resolve it. So for some of you, it don't feel right. It's not going right. It's too excruciating to get up each morning. You're going through hella bull, let it go. If it's something that comes to career that you've been trying to get off of the ground and it just is not getting there. If it's a business you've been trying to start and this has been going on for years and years and years and years, all right? You might want to let that idea go, step away for a minute, and really, really try to hear what your higher self is trying to say. Maybe you need to do it a little bit better, a little bit different, or go in a whole nother direction. But don't fight against the current when it comes to your career. This should be something that comes easily to you. It should be something that you're great at doing, something that you wouldn't mind doing for free. And like I said, totally forget about the paycheck because it's that enjoyable to do. You're that passionate about it. All right. So some of you have just got to let go. Some of you are thinking about it too hard and overlooking what is being told to you from your higher self. Those are the ideas that are coming to you and saying, hey, you're really good at this. Hey, I really like this, but I couldn't make a career out of it because it doesn't make a lot of money. All that, what you're thinking, like if you're trying to tell yourself, your purpose ain't your purpose, that ain't going to work. So some of you got to let go and step back and right back to this. It's time for you to talk to your angels. Time to get some higher information, higher wisdom from the divine, because some of you are talking yourselves right out of your purpose, and some of you are going into all these different careers that have nothing to do with your life purpose. So it's time to figure it out, okay? So here we go. I hope that helped y'all. I really did. All right, let's get some guidance here from the Starseed Oracle, which is one of my newer faves. Here, let's see what they have to say. A lot of people are like, how do I find my purpose? And I'm like, your purpose is always there. You just got to sit down, be quiet, pay attention, and it'll click. It's always with you. It's waiting it's just waiting for you to, wake up and decide to hear it. All right. So what do we have? Yep. First one that flipped is baby steps. It says action. Follow your intuition before it makes sense. Yeah, some of you just got to take those baby steps and really, really just do it. Because I feel like for some of you, you know what it is, but you're, again, talking yourself out of it. It's baby steps. You have to use your own intuition before it's all planned out. Just, take that leap of faith. This is what this star card was talking about, taking the leap of faith. Okay? All right, so let's go into this here. Longing for home, homesick for the stars. Yeah, some of you literally are on a whole nother level. For some of you, this won't even make sense because I'm someone that is into like the whole star seed, past lives, all that type of stuff. But for some of you, you are having a harder time down here on this thing called Earth because you have such a large life purpose, a life journey that you don't even remember. Okay, you don't even remember you've signed this contract to come down here and do such a great, big, huge thing. Okay, and this is why these little, jobs to you, this is why this career and trying to figure it out seems like, what is it all for? Because you have a bigger purpose. Okay, so I don't know who this is for, but I know that you're watching because I can feel your energy. And if you've been feeling like, you know what, this world is so effed up or this is so crazy, I don't even feel like I belong here. If you start questioning yourself about like, do I even want to be here? Do I even want to be in the United States of America? Do I even want to be in, India? Do I even want to be here? Like, do I even want to be here anymore? And it starts off slow. First, it's you don't even know if you want to be in your job. Then it's you don't even know if you want to be in your city. Then you don't even know if you want to be, in your country. And then it's like, what does this all mean? What is life? Those questions. Some of you have a bigger purpose, and so it's more difficult for you guys to figure this out, okay? But you do have to tap into your higher self and ask your angels and ask for divine guidance because your journey is definitely more unique than other people's. Okay, so whoever that's for, I hope that makes sense.